Hello everyone, welcome to Advising 101. In this video, we will go over a few basics for the Bachelor of Business Administration program. We will start with going over the general education requirements, and then we will move on to the business core, and then finally we'll talk about what you're going to do with the free electives. This is the first page of your check sheet. You can get this check sheet from the School of Business office or the School of Business website. If you are a student and you do not have this, please go to the School of Business office and get yourself a copy of the sheet. Please do not go to your faculty advisor without this worksheet. We will now go over the general education requirements. The general education requirement constitute in total of 48 hours. You have 9 hours in communications, 9 hours in social sciences, 12 hours in science, 6 hours in mathematics, and 12 hours in humanities. Apart from these 48 hours, you have 15 hours of free electives, which we will talk about a little bit later. So the first set of general education requirements is communications, and that's 3 classes or 9 hours of communications. You have English 101, after which you will have to take English 102. So remember that English 101 is a prerequisite for English 102, and you will have Speech 101, which you will have to take to fulfill your communications requirements. Social sciences requirements are Political Science 101, which is U.S. Government, or Political Science 103, which is Introduction to Political Science. You also have to take Microeconomics, which is Econ 203, and Macroeconomics, which is Econ 204. These 2 classes are particularly important as they also fulfill your business requirements. The next general education requirement is science, and we have 12 hours of science. There are 3 classes with 4 hours each. Each one of these classes has to have a lab. If you're a student for the BBA program, it is recommended that you start off with psychology. So psychology 206, which is the theory, and psychology 216, which is the lab. Psychology 206 and 216 can be taken in 2 separate semesters, but it is recommended that you take it in the same semester. The life science which you are required to take would be biology 103 or 104. Both biology 103 or 104 have a lab incorporated into the course. If, on the other hand, you take biology 105, which is not recommended, you will have to take a biology 115 lab along with it, or in a different semester. The last science which we recommend is physical science. As far as your math requirement, it depends upon your SAT and ACT scores. The math department at Marion will decide where you will be placed depending upon how well you did in your SAT or ACT. If your scores show that you need help in succeeding in math, you will start in Math 105, which is a 3-credit-hour course, or Math 110 and 110 Lab, which is a 4-credit-hour course, before you can take Math 111. If you are placed directly in Math 111, the next math you're going to take is Math 134. On the other hand, some of you might be placed directly in Math 134, in which case you will take Math 132 or Math 137. If you take AP Calculus, you do get credit for Math 201, in which case the second math you take will be Math 134. If you get credit for Math 201 and 202, then you are done with math and you can move on to taking other course materials. For humanities, you need 4 classes or 12 hours, and the first one is English literature. For English literature, it's recommended you take English 250, but any other English literature course is acceptable. The second one course which you're required to take is history, and you may take history 101 or 102 or 103, 104, or 105. 101 and 102 are U.S. history, and it's U.S. history before Civil War and after Civil War, European history before French Revolution, European history after French Revolution, and then finally world history. You're also required to take an intro to art, music, or theater. Take one of these classes. You are not asked to perform. This is just an art appreciation, music appreciation, or appreciation of theater course. And finally, you're asked to take one elective in humanities, which could be any one of these 3 topics, or philosophy, or religious studies. Now that we have finished with general education requirements, let us talk about free electives. All freshmen will take University Life 100. Some of you will also have to take Math 105 or Math 110. Apart from these 2 courses, keep your free electives available for your junior and senior year, because you can use this to either do a collateral or a second major in business. We have finished with the general education requirements, the 48 hours. We have talked a little bit about the free electives. We will get back to these free electives again. But now we're going to look at the bottom half of your sheet, which constitute your business requirements, or what we call as the business core. The business core is about 45 hours, but because we count your Econ 203 and 204 twice, it's only 39 hours. So let's look at your business core. The very first business course you're going to take right into your freshman year is Business 150. This is Introduction to Business. You're also required to take Accounting 201 and Econ 203 before you're admitted into the School of Business. You need an average of a 2.0 or an average of a C in these 3 classes, and an overall GPA of 2.0 and at least 36 hours of coursework before you are a business student. In your freshman year, you will take Business 150 in your first semester, and in your second semester, you will take CS 150. You're also required to take Business Writing or English 305 right after you finish your English 102. So remember, in your Gen Ed, you were supposed to finish English 101, then 102, and then you can do your English 305. After admission into the School of Business, you have a second accounting class, you have business law, you have business stats, marketing, finance, your HR class, your supply chain class, your MIS class, and these kind of give you an idea of, these 9 classes give you an idea about the different majors available in the School of Business. Your Business 458 is a capstone strategic management course and is to be taken only in the last semester. Before you take your Business 458, you are required to have finished your finance, your marketing, your management, your MIS classes before you take this last class. Please be aware that there are prerequisites for some of these classes. Accounting 201 needs to be finished before you take Accounting 202. For Econ 203 and 204, you need to have finished Math 111. Business 305 and Finance 341 require Math 134. Management 355 requires Business 305. MIS 327 requires CS 150. If you are found in one of those classes where you have not taken the prerequisite, you will be automatically dropped from that particular course. Now that we have finished with the gen ed requirements and the 15 hours of free electives, let's talk about the different majors in the School of Business. The School of Business has a major in general business, in accounting, in finance, in business economics, management information systems, management, and marketing. Management and marketing also have separate tracks. These tracks in management are in human resource management, supply chain management, sports management, and general management, whereas the tracks in marketing are in marketing and in sports marketing. I would like to point out and strongly recommend that students should not stay in a general business major and should try to major in one of the many specialized majors or tracks when you have these options. So if you're an accounting major, you have 9 classes which you need to do and finish, 27 hours extra. A finance major has 18 hours. You will notice that a finance major has 2 required finance classes, a minimum of 6 hours from these 4, which is 2 more from these 4, and then a maximum of 6 hours from these classes. So for example, if you are an accounting major and you have finished accounting 323 and 324, these 2, they will be counted also towards your finance major, and you can do 4 other classes and get a finance double major in accounting and finance. You'll also notice that this business elective here will be used towards another major. So for example, if you're double majoring in supply chain and economics, any one of these supply chain classes will be used towards a business elective in the econ major, and any one of your econ classes will be used as a business elective towards your supply chain management track. It is strongly recommended that you use your 15 hours of free electives to double major in one of these many majors. Let us take a look at a generic 4-year plan and see what roadblocks you might have for graduation. The first roadblock is your English requirements. All of you start with English 101 and then move on to English 102, after which you would have to take literature and then English 305. So this is a 3-semester sequence, and any delay continues to delay your graduation. A more serious delay is your math requirement. A lot of you start off with Math 110 or Math 105, then do Math 111, then 134. After you do 134, you can take Business 305 and Finance 341, and finally Management 355. This 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 semester sequence actually causes a lot of students to delay graduation if they don't complete the sequence. Remember, 5 semesters is 2.5 years of your college career. And therefore, it is very important that you finish your math in that very semester you take it, because as you delay your math, you delay your graduation further and further. Also, not taking Business 305 early enough will delay your graduation because you have to take Management 355 later, and it will also reduce the number of options you have for a major. So it is very important that you take Business 305, Finance 341, and Management 355 very early in your college career. And finally, some suggestions for freshmen. If you're a freshman, the number of classes you're going to take is kind of prescribed for a BBA major. Let's take a look at some of the classes you should be taking. All freshmen will be doing one English class. So English 101, if you have credit for English 101, you should be in English 102. You will be in a math class. You could be in Math 105, Math 111, or Math 134. You should be in a Business 150 class. This is the introduction to business. You take this class, the very first class, when you start. If you are in Math 111, you may take CS 150. Otherwise, you should wait till you are in Math 111 to take CS 150 in your second semester. Go ahead and take a history class, art, music, or theater, or speech, or political science. These classes don't have any prerequisites. Please make sure you are in University Life Business for a 1-hour course, and that's required for all freshmen. So as a freshman, you will be, in your first semester, you will be taking 15 to 16 hours of coursework.